Welcome back. It's number one. Yep. And honestly, putting this together, I was so excited that I was up to the number one video. I was all ready to hit record. I hadn't got the sheet on the board. I hadn't put any of the numbers on the board. I hadn't even put the bumper sticker at the top of the board. So yeah, I was kind of like, yeah, cool, number one. We made it. I made it. I made it. I did it. I did it. I did all 32 teams. I got her all done. So Tampa Bay. So I'm going to go ahead and disregard this part of the board a little bit because it does feel like their recent swing into the positive is more important than everything else. This is a team that's getting hot at the right time. This is a team that looks like they're going to have a really strong second half. And if you look at the strength of schedule, yeah, they can absolutely have a really strong second half and maybe make some waves into that top three in the Atlantic. Now, their points percentage from 2017, 2018 until now is 669, which is second. So they're second behind Boston on the points percentage, but they're first on my power rankings. And 2018, 2019 was quite the week. You'll notice that during that week, they were number one 17 times. Yeah. Yeah, that's when the power rankings got kind of boring because Tampa was always at the top. I feel like Buffalo was always at the bottom. And so, yeah, that was quite the year. That is something that we can look at some point now that we have all the data, looking at which team spent the most time at number one, all that other fun stuff. As I mentioned before I did these, that I wanted to look at all that data and really tear into it and have some fun with it. So the current power rankings being January 20th, and I'm not lying because it is the morning of January 27th, so I have not done another power rankings video at the time of making this. So they're 12th, and it was important to me that I got these finished before Sunday because I don't want to feel like I'm a stinking liar. I don't want to say it's the last power rankings and then start crying because I'm lying to all you fine people. So Kucherov's been their top scorer because he's not human. At this point, I don't think, I still think he and McKinnon right now have the league on easy rookie mode. 407 games played, 200 goals, 378 assists, 578 points. Those numbers are ridiculous. This is just showing too how we're back into, it's not live puck, like it's not where it was in the 80s, but we've definitely seen scoring come up in the NHL over the last 5 years, and I love that. I think that's great. I know there are some who really like the grinding, low scoring, and when, the top scorer in the league might have 85, 90 points. But I like it better when it's a little flashier and you see guys getting to that 120, 130 point mark. And Kucherov and McKinnon both look like 130 points, quite reachable. So Vasilevsky's been the top goaltender for Tampa because he is their goaltender. I do have some concerns about whether or not they might overplay him a bit in the second half of the season. Those concerns are allayed a little bit by the fact he was hurt to start the year. So he should be pretty well rested for a strong second half. 237 wins, 101 regulation losses, and 20 losses in extra time. A save percentage of 918, and still, I think he's the best goalie in the National Hockey League. So, yeah, I know, dropping bombs right now, huh? He's like, yeah, he's just because he's on vacation. Hey, at the time this is going to be posted, I'll be on my way back from vacation. So, and don't tell me if I've had a bad time of it because I want that to be a surprise. So, the last playoff appearance, of course, being 2023. So, they win the Stanley Cup in 2020 and 2021. They go to the final in 2022, looking for that official dynasty designation. Last year, 2023, they could have had that dynasty declaration if they'd won the cup again. It's 3 cups in 4 years to officially be a dynasty. And every time I say that, people get upset with me, but that's just officially a dynasty. I mean, if you guys want me to have control over the dictionary, I am perfectly fine with this, but I don't know what kind of a beast you might be unleashing if you allow me to do that. So, what this team needs, if you're looking at needs at the deadline, it's not a lot. I think they need to get healthy. Like, as much as I like to see Lilleberg and Crozier and Chaffee and whoever else they bring up play well, honestly, they need to have a healthy roster. They need to have their vets in there, and they need to figure out where they need depth and how much they need. So, if you decide that Johansson is the backup is fine, and I think they will, then you don't touch your goaltending. Everybody's going to be looking for depth on the blue line, and I think for Tampa Bay, it's one area to keep an eye on because it feels like some of that depth got eroded. The salary cap's taken its toll on the Tampa Bay Lightning. There's players they've lost they'd rather not have lost. So I do think they're going to need to look to make some depth additions at the deadline. Does it mean sacrificing another first round pick? And as a Tampa fan, do you want to sacrifice another first round pick if it means a shot at a Stanley Cup, or do you want it to be a guaranteed Stanley Cup? Because they don't work that way. This is still a team that's going to be in the mix, and this is a team that absolutely could make another run to the Stanley Cup final at the very least. And it's been an excellent team for a long time. They were in the Stanley Cup final in 2015 as an example. They've missed the playoffs once since then, but this is a team that is geared up for some success. And when you look at their overall averages, I mean, this year, 16.93, that's easily the highest. The next highest was last year with that an 8.42, and outside of that, 8.17 in 2019-2020, 1.4 in 2018-2019, which is, I'm going to go ahead and say, the lowest number anybody's had. The lowest they got in 2020 or 2018-2019 was third. Now I know they got swept in the first round by Columbus. They're the team everybody mentions whenever you talk about a team playing really, really well during the regular season. But that was about 5 years ago now, and I think they've won enough since then that they still deserve a lot of credit for being a top team, and I do expect them to be a top team by the end of the year yet again. Looks like the highest I've had them this year is 12th. Right now on my power rankings board, they are definitely higher than 12th. So I have a feeling they'll be in that top row soon enough, and they're going to be a tough out. You're going to have to figure out a way to shut down Kucherov, and even then, there's a lot of ways this team can hurt you. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Thank you guys so much. There were 3 guys who did send in data for the power rankings that Yvonne used to put together these charts. I will be making a video before I go on vacation officially, thanking everybody who helped with us getting all this information put together. Tampa Bay, I want to throw this in here too. 111 weeks they've been in the top row, 35 in the middle row, or middle. I always want to say, I always want to treat it like it's 3 rows. Second row, 11 times or 35 times, and 11 times in the third row. Never in the bottom row. So that's impressive too. That's very impressive that Tampa Bay has never been in the bottom row. And yeah, it's not necessarily a huge surprise, but it's impressive. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for all your support, especially those who helped put this together. If you haven't already hit like and subscribe, by all means, please do. And again, I've really enjoyed putting these together. This has been fun. This is my kind of videos to do for while I'm on vacation. Last year I did the where teams are at the All-Star week, which is similar to what I'm doing here, but not the same. And hopefully these videos perform better. I think they will. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.